And just in case someone walks up to you and asks how long.
Hello, my name is Omo and they say hi. You're welcome to the Double Seven Show. They say marriage is hard work, but on the Double Seven Show, we ask people the work that they've been doing, couples the work that they've been doing to ensure that their marriage is thriving. Today on the show, we are going to be speaking with the ADEGBOYE, Shola and Tolu ADEGBOYE. The couple have been married for 7 years. Please don't go anywhere. Stick right there. Stay in that seat. Or, you can watch us on mobile. Carry that to your phone and just keep it locked on this channel. We'll be right back. Hello, my name is Omo, and you're welcome to the Double Seven Show.
Ọjọ́ ti pẹ́ tí mo ti ń wá ẹni tí màá fẹ́. Àdúrà ti gbà àdúpẹ́. Ìyàwó ti dé mo ṣọpẹ́. I'm in love kó máa lọ bẹ́ẹ̀. Èmi sílẹ̀kẹ̀ ò ní fẹ́ tẹ́. Ìfẹ́ ìyá bá wa kalẹ̀. God bless the day I set my eyes on you. And everything I do now is for you. And just in case someone walks up to you and ask how long I plan to spend with you, tell them say forever we'll always be together.
And welcome back, guys. And we're speaking to a very interesting couple. Husband is a fashionpreneur, wife is a banker, and both of them are amazing because their story is interesting. They met in February and married in August. Yeah, that's what I heard. And you're about to find out. We're speaking with Shola and Tolu ADEGBOYE. Welcome, Mr. and Mrs. ADEGBOYE. If you don't mind. Yes, please tell us about that. Met in February and married in August.
Okay, so we didn't actually meet in February. We met before then. It was a friend that introduced us.
Much made.
Okay. So, but then I was ready for something. My husband was still,
He was still doing baby boy.
Still weighing the options. And then somehow we just parted ways, and it seemed like it wasn't working. Everybody just, So it was that year. I was like, God, and I was always working late, So I was like, God, how, there was pressure. Let me say that first. There was pressure, I didn't feel pressurized, but there was pressure. So there was pressure from my parents, especially my mom. Like, yeah, I think I was 29 then. She married at 26, so she was very worried. So when, I was closing late and coming in early to work, I now just had a conversation with God. Daddy, what's going to happen? How will I even be found? How will I be found?
Because you are not even.
I'm not even open. I'm not even in the in the daylight where.
All right.
So God now told me that even if you're in a rat hole, that was how it came. If you're in a rat hole, your husband will find you.
Please say that again.
So God said.
No, I need you to say it again because there are certain people who now. They are also pressured. And they think, as they say, the clock is ticking. And they want to be found because they are women. So please say it again.
So that was God's word to me. That even if I'm in a rat hole, that I was going to be found. My husband was going to come and meet me. That was how, the impression came. I said, okay. I had series of encounters that were funny to me. My ex's mother calling me to say I should consider the brother, And I'm like, what kind of... That was when I now said, God, you see the reproach that these people want to bring to me, but I'm not around for it, So I just allowed everything to go, And my first relationship was a bad one. It ended badly. It wasn't a bad one. It ended badly. So, it was, the hurts was still there and all that, but God allowed me to go without, having to bring anyone on board to come and be carrying unnecessary baggage and everything.
So how did February end up in August?
Yes, I was coming there. So why, it happened in February was that in January, I had a pact with God and I just released myself, which is why I was referring to the other things. So I was at work. Mr. ADEGBOYE came to see me at work. So we sat down at our restaurant. He was eating.
So this was you guys reconnecting after how many years?
2 years, I
3
think.
years.
3 years.
3 years.
Okay.
So I went back to, I saw him off to the bus stop. So I was going back. I just heard him call me. But the one thing he said that caught my attention, because that was the pact between God and I. Like, this is what this man will say. I don't know if I've told him before, but it's safe to say it.
Please say, you don't. Do you? Are you trying?
That my destiny is incomplete without you. Exact words.
That's wait. The words that God told you was that the man's destiny is incomplete without.
That's what he would tell me.
I ain't legal.
Then he said it like this. I said, jackpot. Is it jackpot or voila?
Bullseye.
Yeah, bullseye. So, but I, of course, as a lady, I just pretended.
Why?
Because he did
Why?
shakara for me before.
Okay, I heard that the first time.
Yes,
So,
he did shakara for me before. Me, well, personally, if I'm going to do something, let's hit the ground running. There's no go come, there's no back and forth for me. So the first time I saw someone I was interested in, so I was already let's see how it. Now is the word. But I was already so I was already like.
my story is juicier.
No, don't worry.
Tell your own now.
Don't worry. I don't want you to say it because I don't want you to say. I want you. Are you done with your story?
It's almost. So I was already, for the first time. So the second time, when I heard him say those words, I knew that was where God was putting me. But of course, I just said, I need to pray, fast and pray about it. I need to, and all that. Did you fast?
No.
Moment of truth. Bit of truth.
So in the night, when he was now saying more things. In the night he spoke, he was not saying more things that just confirmed it. And one thing is that wherever God leads is where we go.
True.
So which is why we were able to get married in August. Even after the encounter or after the I won't, I will in February.
Awesome. Now, I want you to look at your husband and one of your favorite attributes of him or of his, you are going to say it to him in a poetry form. You are going to say it in a poetry.
Wow.
And then right after you're done, Ogamisa, you are going to sing for your wife. The people that have come here before, wait, let me tell you, the people that have come, they will sing, they compose song right there and then. So if you don't have a song now, start receiving. Okay, so ma'am, over to you.
Okay, so I met a man, dark, tall, handsome, dark, like I actually asked God for. And God just looked upon me with favor and gave you to me. And he gave me such a person that is calm, a fashionista, someone that just needs to say 2 lines and you get yourself thinking that, and it's true. Maybe on the surface, I'll just say, please just leave me alone and all that. But inside, I'm like, what this man said is true. You are God-fearing, and God-fearing not in a cliche manner. You are God-fearing. You love God, and for me, that knocks off every other thing. That is like a centerpiece for me. I just want to appreciate you for being you. I just want to say that your type is rare. Your type is rare. You're one in a billion. And if I were to get married again, I'll choose you again and again and again.
And this is the part where you sing. Before we do this is the part where you sing.
Once I strongly believe that true love was out of date, and that no one in the whole world cared for me. But then you came along
I'm supposed to
and showed me I was wrong. Now in gratitude, I sing the song to you. You've made a difference in my life. I want to thank you. Your love for me has made me see the sun again. I want to let you know this day, God won't forget your heart of love. and a great reward awaits you up above.
Oh my word. Oh my word. You see, you are the audience. It's the audience of one. You sang for her and I'm not crying. You are singing a guy. It's not just like you sing that guy. Oh, that was awesome. Please, is that a self-composed song or you came up or you...
Let's say that it's one of those freestyles that I've done in my closet for a couple of times. So.
Awesome. Okay. And by the way, if you notice, she said God gave her a fashionista. And it's not just a fashionista by word of mouth. He actually is a designer. As I said earlier, he's a fashion entrepreneur. He literally did this outfit. And I just want to... This is towel or towel. Towel. He used towel to come up with this kind of beautiful design. So that's Ed John Global. Ed John Global, thank you. I should thank you. All the outfits I'm wearing on the show is produced, made, designed. What do they use for that? Crafted, thank you, by Ed John Global. Okay, let's get back into the show. So what's his love language?
Love language. Poems.
Poems. I was in the spirit.
That's right. Poems. I write more than
So poems in terms of words of affirmation. You know, the proponents of the love language says that there are 5 love languages. There is words of affirmation, there is act of service, there is physical touch, there is gifts, and then there is quality time.
I think all of them.
Everybody likes everything.
No, really.
Yeah.
I think every one of them.
What is his primary? You have said poems. And if I could fit it into anywhere, it is the words of affirmation. What do you mean? Physical touch. Sorry, he's a man. Man like touch. Okay. What's your wife's love language?
Words of affirmation. And no, she's a bit weird with surprises, but if it's well packaged, I mean, blow her mind a bit.
Okay. You know, I don't know why you're laughing.
No, because you see, the peculiar thing about her is if you're feeling magnanimous with yourself and you think you have some good surprise up your sleeve and you will spend money that they didn't send you to spend,
she'll catch you.
No, you'll be surprised that. So I always make this joke that spend over 100,000 shopping for things that she doesn't need. She'll appreciate it, but that's it. Spend 10,000 or 5,000 buying something that she needs the most. The way she'll celebrate you, you'll wonder that over this small. I've been begging her to show me how to love her for quite a while.
Hey,
because
somebody's married for 7 years. He's still begging to be shown how to love his wife. Madam, how did you
I realized that the very little gestures actually, paying attention to the little details. I pay attention to everything that has to do with from her head to her toes.
Man, I don't mean man as in male figure, but human beings, we are naturally wired to be selfish. That's why a child is always gimme. You take from them, wah. So, I mean, now you guys have been married for 7 years. How have you managed the selfishness? How have you, let me put it in long story short, selfishness versus sacrificial living in your marriage, how's it been?
For us, I think one of the things that we've done, we started from the beginning, was to make sure that we allowed each other to be fully expressed in our skin, the way we were before marriage. So she allowed me to be me. She never tampered with any part of me. But I allowed her to be who she is in totality. So I think that made it easy for us to meet halfway. And she knows that, with respect, she's a great, how will I put it now? I'm trying to find the words. When it comes to sacrifice, I know women, they say women sacrifice a lot all the time, but hers is one of the strangest things I experienced when we first got married was that I told Harrison, our anniversary was in August, and I said, the weirdest thing was that we just finished honeymoon, we got back home and all that, and she collected her salary. And before I knew it, she just came back shopping with the whole world for everything she was literally, she had bought so many things, and I'm like, madam, what's going on here? She said she just got her salary and she thought, we need to do this, we need to. I'm like, madam, it's no longer business as usual. I'm here now. These are things that we should do, plan together and all that. So, when it comes to, one of the things I'm grateful to God for, that I tell her a lot, is the fact that she has allowed me to grow with respect to my career. She doesn't put me under unnecessary pressure. So I think in our home, you hear people say, what belongs to the woman belongs to the woman. What belongs to the man belongs to us.
Everybody.
But in our home,
your money, they say this.
Your money is
our money.
Our money. My money is my money.
That's the women. Sorry, they say because it's not me. He said it. He said it. He said women say reported speech.
I've heard that over and over again.
He's exempting himself.
So
that women say that my money as a woman is my money, but they tell the husband that your money is our money. All right. So
yeah. So with respect to that, it's been a bit weird because that doesn't exist in our home.
Okay.
So for more time, a lot of times, what we do is we need to get things done. We put our heads together, combine resources, and get things done. The times when I don't have, you know how the lives of entrepreneurs can be. My wife doesn't even hold back, and she fills in for me. And when she doesn't have, we just put out. Yes.
So let's talk about the money part, finances. In the Adegboye's marriage, your husband has alluded to it already. But this is how I want to say it. How is money made, managed, and multiplied? Because you have 2 children. How many children do you have?
2, yes.
2. So those ones alone is expenditure, capital expenditure. So how is money made, managed, and multiplied in the Adegboye?
Okay, so first of all, permit me to say that one of the things that I've learned from my husband is the ability to go all out with God. So, I've had my own experiences with God, but that ability to just go all out in faith, that today we are waking up, we don't have anything, but we know that today we settled, that kind of thing. So while we are not irresponsible, because that part is very important, where you save, you, like you said, multiply, funds and everything. The cogent or the very central part is doing it with God. Investing where God is, basically. So how money is multiplied, I would say investing where God is.
Okay.
Now, how money is made? God teaches us to make wealth. Sorry, everything is just centered around God.
You will say it's in a practical way.
Yeah, no.
All right.
Yeah, I'm saying it's a practical way.
Okay.
So, like I said, everything is centered around God. But I work, and earn monthly salary.
All right.
He is an entrepreneur. And as the money comes or as the business comes, is when he earns. So sometimes what I haven't earned in 2 weeks, he can earn it in 1 day.
True.
Yeah. So because I earn a monthly salary, the plan goes more into my own because it's at least sure.
Yeah.
So we can plan more with my own salary. Then when he earns his own, what is it called? There are other things that you want to do in the house.
Sure.
There are other maintenance works and everything. He steps in. The multiplication, we have, of course, you have investments. I'm still praying to God for more, places to invest in. We have investments, so we can buy mutual funds. I work with a bank that has, all those money markets funds where you can actually buy. So we have accounts for the kids, where that funds.
So the summary is how money takes care of immediate mind plans for the future.
All right. Who is the saver? Who is the spender? Madam, the way you looked at your husband,
Actually,
the way you turned.
it's a bit weird. It's a bit weird because she does a lot of saving. Sometimes I wonder. So at a point, I'll say, Madam, let's spend this thing. There are things. Why are you? What are we tying
Long
down?
story short, you're the spender.
Because
She's the
I'm
saver.
running a business and I keep putting my resources back in
True.
to build. So
True.
I'm a lot of spending.
True. True. Who is hot, who is not? By hot and not is who is first
Hot.
that the temper. Wait, I'm not finished.
Actually, it's
By the way, hot not. It also means that she's hot, as in woman hot, and you are not. Like someone of our brother said, I'm hot, you're not. You know, but then, so in terms of temper, who is the first person to blow up and you are the one? And you look so gentle and okay. So let's now go to conflict management and communications generally. Have you guys ever had disagreements that were capable of breaking this home?
I think once.
Once.
Yeah, once.
So okay, so one of the things that we agreed on before we got married was that the son must never go down in anger. It was air abuse and tell each other what the issue is. So
Yeah, about today's moment of truth.
Yeah.
So she has been telling you things that you didn't know.
So but maybe not to the point of breaking the marriage.
No, but go ahead.
Maybe
Right,
not to the
just-
point of what that was like the most how do I put it?
Trying.
Yes,
or
Right, yeah. It wasn't
Yeah.
really going to break the marriage because we're in it. So or we are in it. So that period, I think I was just getting to understand his nature. So I don't know if he wants me to say this, but I can say it. He's a nocturnal, a nocturnal human being.
Okay.
So in the daytime, and then we had a baby. That was when I had my first.
Oh, that's
So I was a bit worried that, and I didn't have any help. So I would wake up early, take care of the baby, would take him to crash and everything. So I was a bit worried because he sleeps more in the day. When I say in the day now, it doesn't mean, of course, it doesn't mean throughout the day.
Sure.
Maybe he will find time to take naps during the
Then he
because
walks mostly at night.
At night, yes, he designs mostly at night. So a baby, has to have. So I was worried, and then I also, was learning to know him. I think then we're up to 2 years. We're not up to 2 years, so we're still trying to understand. So I wrote I write well. I write well than I speak. I rather write than I speak. I
Okay.
wrote an episode.
So we're waiting for a book by Mrs. Tolu and Shola.
Well, maybe not a book. Although I do write.
All right, please go back to the story.
I wrote an episode of how worried I am and how I feel that he wasn't going to be able to
Because he
monitor the
sleeps
baby.
at night. So
No,
he
because-
sleeps
No,
during the day.
Things like I left the door open. Some they were just
Okay, there were things that they didn't seem to matter to me. But for me, if you're in the house, you don't leave the door open.
Because you have a baby, the baby can just crawl away.
Yeah, so such things just got me.
and I grew up in a place where we leave the door open and God covers us. So I mean, our realities were different.
My brother, God does not cover
No,
everywhere.
when you live in a house
Where
where
did you grow up?
I grew up in Ibadan.
Ibadan is not Lagos, my brother.
Brother, I
God cover-
lived in a house where
Okay.
the gate is left open at night, and armed robbers come in, they scale our fence to the other gate, to the other compound, steal their parts, scale back, and not once, not twice, not 3 times.
And you should be your
So-
neighbor's keeper. Lock your gates for your neighbor's sake.
So I mean, that was what made us start looking at our gates. But
No. I'm not trying to
So-
be a judge or anything here, but I'm just trying to say that
I know.
that was cap. So
So
how
I
did
had
you
a lot of-
resolve it?
I had a lot of, so I wrote
The epistle.
Yeah, so I wrote. After I wrote, I felt bad. I now deleted, but you had seen it. So I was supposed to go for rehearsal that day. I was, we were just talking. I wanted to talk about it. But saying no, that there's no need to talk about it, whatever. I said, okay, cancel rehearsal today. Let's just iron it out and everything. So, we talked. I think we just talked.
But there are no tempers flying.
No.
And we both
The
cried.
the temper for me was expressed what
In
I
the
typed.
writings. Yeah. So as you typed, the negative energy was going into the typing.
Yes.
You could have smashed your phone.
maybe not, but the words were very,
Alright.
and I can be very blunt.
The words were very oh.
Yeah, they were.
Okay.
The way
I see why you said
I
that.
can be very blunt. I don't
And then-
especially when I'm writing, I don't know how to. It's maybe I've learned then, but then I tell you as it is and all that. So
As the odds.
yeah, as the odds. So we now, we spoke about it. Like you said, we cried and everything.
Wait, so sorry. You cried while resolving this issue?
Yes.
Oh.
Both of us.
So in resolving conflicts, first and primary, basic, understand where the other person is coming from.
Yes.
2, express yourself in a way that your temper is controlled, like you type out the messages. 3, make sure you sit down to resolve the issue and cry if you must together, right, in the Adegboye way.
But the funny thing is, she used to write. I mean, at the early stages, she would write what she wants to say. But I'm a very expressive person. So you write everything you want to say. I'll sit down, say everything I want to say. In chatting, she likes to do this. I just put a call through, speak my mind, and then we move on. So with respect to handling conflicts, you're angry, you're throwing tantrum. I'm like the worst person to get angry at. And she knows. She said,
Because you can trample upon serpents and stuff.
No, because the thing, I'll water it down, make jokes out of it and all that. So she learned how we just talk about it and then we move on.
Okay. So who is the introvert? Because both of you have been very expressive on this show. You have actually been very expressive. So,
Yes.
so who is the introvert? Who is the extrovert?
I don't even know self, because I think for me, I think it's a little of everything.
Mm.
So I can't find myself being a complete introvert, and I can't find myself being a complete extrovert. So growing up, I used to be very reserved, very, very reserved. If you don't talk to me, I won't talk
So
to you.
you were an introvert. It's
Yes.
growing up that made
Growing
you
up,
extrovert.
I now realize that then, singing and everything, being on stage, you know that you have to just come out of that shell.
Sure.
Being in leadership, you have to reach
Sure.
out to people. So
Sure.
those things, made me. So I grew up as an introvert, but I think I'm both.
You got born again
I have
as
my
an
moments.
extrovert.
Yeah, I have my moments where I just don't want to talk.
All right.
And she's not the kind of person that if you don't engage her, she just
She
stay
won't
on.
engage you.
I will chat with him
A scorpion.
at the first contact. You
You
know how
chat with a scorpion. So you scorpion.
keep on going there, no problem.
All right. So let's come back to you now. Since you said that, let's balance things out. Love and submission. Love and submission.
Yeah.
The husband love, the wife submits. In your marriage, you don't want to answer now. In your marriage, how has that worked out?
Fantastically well.
Okay, please give us some practical.
So I think for me, I think my perspective to loving a woman is allowing that woman to be fully who she is. She was created to be by God. Allowing her to find full expression. I believe in men allowing their women to ride on their shoulders to be the very best God has designed them to be. So I think, to the best of my ability, I think I've been able to give her that space to be that.
She's nodding, so you're right.
With respect to submission, she doesn't have issues submitting. I'm like the easiest person to live with anyway, so I'm bragging now.
Must you give yourself the
No,
credit?
on this one,
No.
this is not even me bragging now.
But really,
I-
facts, you're a very easy person to do.
So I don't have any. I'm a fish-rooted person. So as long as you are not tampering with what makes me, you'll be fine.
All right. How do you manage, particularly when you're married to a large family that open their gate down regularly? How do you manage that kind of family?
God gave me the best in us. So one of the
Sorry,
things,
did you say God gave you?
the best?
All right.
Yes. Oh, my mother-in-law. In fact, I miss her.
No, she's gone to be with
gone.
you. Oh.
Oh Lord,
May her
she was
soul
my
rest
gist
in
partner.
peace.
Amen.
Mm.
She was my gist partner. God, I loved her so much. And wow, my father-in-law, amazing man. My siblings-in-law.
I'm hearing that from the first time. Siblings-in-law.
I'm
It's
saying
correct.
it for
It's
yes,
accurate. It's
yes,
very accurate.
I'm saying it now because I don't even call the first time I called or the one time I called my mother-in-law, I felt bad. I call her mommy.
Because she's been so sweet.
She's my mother. Or she's still my mother.
Who is the area scatter and who has OCD? By area scatter, I mean the person that anything goes everywhere, anywhere, anyhow. In other words, the shoe can be there, the shirts can be here, the boxes can be there.
It takes
and
two to tango.
No, don't say that. Don't say that.
and then the OCD, don't mind me, I use this in the extreme. The OCD person is, why did you put this cup here? I put the cup like this, angle 90. Now, why did you make it angle,
So maybe I'm not extreme.
All right.
But I also like things, arranged.
In order.
You know that even if you are going to scatter, I put it back there.
Is that why you have not drank from this? What I'm saying. I'm just joking.
So, the area
scatter. No, that I was using, it was funny. It takes two to tango. Tango, bao, mango.
I'm a man of many clothes and shoes. So.
Many clothes and shoes.
So it makes us realize and understand and recognize every day that is a designer. It's in our faces.
So the storage runs out, you get me? So you know how these things are, you have to walk around it.
Okay. All right. So this is the last question. Let's talk about sex.
Okay, that part, let me take it.
What do you want to talk about?
I don't have any question again.
Oh, okay.
Mom, you sound like a very Jesus. Sex is no. Let's not go there.
Sex is a gift.
Okay, so let me take you back to history. Small history. Okay. When we were match made by her friend, chemistry was mad. Within 3 weeks, it felt like my journey to find the wife was done. And I'm like, this doesn't sound like the stories we hear. It looks like you must work out this relationship thing and everything. And for me, it felt like the search was over. But I prayed that I didn't hear anything, and I felt like I had to hear something. But actually, the main reason why I disappeared for 3 years was because I thought she was going to be a freak. Okay, because when we spent time together, oh boy, I'll run this way, she'll run that way. I'm like, this thing I've been hiding since this girl will make me spoil them. Because the chemistry was just something else, And then I knew I wasn't going to have problems with her. So there were a lot of things I didn't understand. And then, they say the grass looks greener on the other side. So I felt like, maybe we see as the market was still. So where I'm going is, my wife, when because she leaves home early and comes back late, you have to
help her.
She comes back tired. You understand?
In quotes. You have to help her.
Yeah.
So for her, sex is a therapy. It is something that helps her distress.
Many times I've had to do this, but when she gets in the mood, I'm in for it again. So
you are in for it.
Yeah.
And you have the energy.
By the grace of God, we haven't fought at it.
So I also want to say something. So like I said, I don't want to come across as Jesus. Jesus is the center of my life. That one is there.
Amen.
But Jesus created sex. It's a gift from Jesus to us. So I'm not ashamed to talk about it. At some
particularly
point,
in the confines of marriage.
Yes, of course, in the confines of marriage. Absolutely.
Mr. Todd that can handsome for all your life. One take it. Take it.
At some point, actually, he didn't, I think he's trying to protect, but I'll come out. At some point, he was actually complaining to me that what's going on, am I not attractive to you and all that? And I tell you that no, it's not you. It's the fact that I come and I work on the island. So I come from the mainland. Yes, I live on the mainland. So it was
mainland Surulere, mainland Ikeja. Interland. Yes.
So it was a lot of work, for me to now come and then start pumping away. It felt like a lot of work. Many times I just want to get home and sleep.
Understandable.
Yes. But I had to now pray about it. The author of sex, the originator of sex, you have to help me in this matter. I went on Instagram. There were a few sex therapists that I followed, just to at least, by the time you see some of the tips and everything that you have, and then sex therapy, the one I follow is also within the confines of marriage. She's a Christian. Within the
Okay.
confines, yes, but she's as open as, as raw.
Okay, what's her name?
Yes. Olawumi Esun.
Sorry, because you said it now. Mrs.
Olawumi
Is it
Esun.
Mrs. Mrs. Olawumi Eson? The Adegboyes have mentioned you on my show. We are coming for you. You and your husband. We need you here. We are not talking any other thing.
Just
We are just talking sex. Mrs. Olawumi Eson. Mrs. Olawumi Eson. Mrs. Olawumi Eson. Sorry. All right.
But
so
yeah,
go ahead.
really, she's very, very raw and straightforward.
Yes.
So I get something. I'm not a social media person, but once in a while I just check, just to. So over time, I just pray about it as well. Holy Spirit, you've got to help me. This is my marriage, and I can't, be denying this man and all that. So sometimes, even when I'm tired, I'll be like, okay, let's just have a good time together and everything. Sometimes it does all the work. Sometimes we do it together. Sometimes I do it. I do all the work. But the very, very important part is that my husband is not a selfish person. Yes. He, in fact, if he will first of all make me come. Can
Hallelujah.
Yes.
Mrs. Olawumi Eson has taught you. What would
Yes.
the proof that she's taught you if we don't talk about your
So yes, he prefers that. Although sometimes when I'm tired, I'm just like, don't worry, just okay.
enjoy yourself.
Yes, just okay. So I think that communication is very, very important.
Thank you so much, Mr. Shola and Mrs. Tolu ADEGBOYE. I'm so glad that you came on the 77 show. You shared of your knowledge. You shared of yourself in a very honest way. I mean, honestly, I felt that the person that was going to steal the show today was your husband because he's a good talker. He talks
Oh, really?
and he expresses himself well.
No, I'm saying so. Are you trying to say that I stole the
So
show?
yeah, you actually had more airtime if you were
Yes.
to.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, there's no need.
It's actually
But
nice to see
guess
her- it's
what?
nice to see her like this.
But guess what? It was worth it.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you so much for being so open, for saying the things that moments of truth that you didn't know
Yes.
before on the show. And thank you too for coming. Thank you for looking so dapper on the show. Thank you now because you're an entrepreneur and both of you. And thank you for making this and all the beautiful outfits I wear. So guys, thank you for being there. I am sure that you had a great time listening to the Adegboyes share their story on the 77 show.
And just in case someone walks up to you and asks how long.
Wow. Did you hear all the things that they shared about marriage? Awesome, wasn't it? Thank you for staying there. Thank you for staying there. And for more quality information on marriage like this, please do make sure that you stick with us, subscribe, comment, like, and share this post to your friends. And please also do try and follow us on our social media platforms. Till we meet again next time. God bless you.
Now is for you. And just in case someone walks up to you and ask how long I plan to spend with you, tell them say